Now we're going to use cut and copy to make composite fractions and represent them using the area model. So represent 3/4 with a rectangle as the unit. So this is representing 1. And we have our notation here. So 3/4 is 3 copies of 1/4, where 1/4 is our unit fraction. Notice in the directions that an additional rectangle is given in each problem for the fractions which may require it. And in this case, if we break the unit into 4, we have 3, we won't need the extra. So it's there if we need it, and we'll see examples like that later. So here is my unit. I want to break it into 4 pieces. You can even think about the top as being a number line. Okay. That looks pretty close, so I thought of this as 0 to 1. There's my half, and then I cut the halves in halves to get 4. And draw lines straight down. So each one of these is 1/4. So we want 3 copies of 1/4. So there's our first copy. There's our second. Now, shade these in. Your paper is smaller than mine, but this should be completely shaded. And this represents 3/4 of this unit rectangle. Let's look at the next one. Represent 3 halves with a rectangle as the unit. So we'd have 3 copies of the unit fraction 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to cut the rectangle into 1/2, into 2 pieces, which makes each of them 1/2. Okay, and notice this only has 2 pieces and I need 3 copies. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one in half as well. So 3 copies of 1/2. This is my first copy. That's 1 copy of 1/2, 2 copies of 1/2, and 3 copies of 1/2. So the shaded region represents 3 halves.